IQ. Let's go. Week 2. Week 1 was a great one. Let's take a look at some of the scores. Oh, we got Zook going in the background. You know, we got some stuff on the website. Check out the website. Anything you see that you want to support, please support. Music, merch. But I thank y'all for coming back for week 2 of this young NCAA 2022 season. First season we got it going. So we just gonna take a look at a little bit of the stats. I don't think this is something I'm gonna do often because, you know, a lot of times I'm trying to get you maybe 3 games, at least 2. So I don't want to eat up too much time looking at, you know, stuff like the stats and things of that nature, which I wish I could. Maybe, you know, at the end of the season, I'll do a breakdown where I go over all the stats of the top players and, you know, things of that nature. But for now, let's take a look at the top 25. Got some expected teams up there. Got some unexpected teams like Louisiana, Arizona State, Purdue made it. There's a look at the Heisman candidates, but, you know, it's so early. I don't think they'll be there long, you know. Here's players of the week from last week. Week 1 player of the week. Offensively, Sincere McCormick. I've heard that name before. Take a look at some of our week 1 stat leaders here. Oh, we got a tackler. We got Carter in there getting tackles. Let's take a look. T. Grimes starting the season off with 2 picks, but he's in second place. Got Nick Barmira from UCLA, the great kicker who probably will go pro. So looking at the schedule, we want to mix it up so we, you know, not overlapping games, playing games at the same time. So we want to get an early game, mid game, late game, depends on what time our game is. So this looks like this is today's schedule coming up. I don't know if I don't think I've seen the game of the week just yet, but I can tell you Notre Dame at Michigan is the game of the week. And there it is there at 8 o'clock tonight. That will come on after our Colorado at Tulsa game. Colorado State. I'm sorry, I keep saying Colorado. But here we go. After 1 week, take a look at some of the stats, how they match up. Here's Tulsa's top players. Here's Colorado State's top players. Trey McBride, the punter. He gets a lot inside the 20. And Case Stokes, the wide receiver, is going to miss today's game.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. We are giving you a live look in at Skelly Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The Golden Hurricanes are on the field, going through their final stretches and hoping that it won't be a stretch for them to bring home a W today. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime.
All right, the first drive. And they are already in scoring range. And Shamari Brooks, who ate up the clock and yardage that whole first drive, gets into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. Tulsa starts with a 7-0 lead after their first drive. And in other news, San Diego State up 7 on Ohio State early in the first. Ohio State looking to come back. Colorado State matches the drive. Late second quarter. David Bailey punches it in for another touchdown. I believe that's his second of the season.
Quick update there. Here's Rio. What's going on in Columbus? This one's been entertaining us all day long. And for Ohio State, they're having all kinds of trouble so far. San Diego State has the edge, 21-17.
You know, Reese, if it keeps up like that out there, we will see a new contender. And Ohio State will definitely drop from that number 4 spot as Colorado State looking to punch it in. 2nd and goal, they couldn't get it in. Now a 3rd and goal with the play art, giving it to David Bailey for his 2nd touchdown of the day. The senior tailback looking to make his bid in the record books as Colorado State moves up with the 7-point lead as Tosa pushes it down and they're trying to push it in. They get stopped on 3rd, and instead of taking their 3, they're going to go forward from the 2. They hand it off. Oh, 1 broken tackle, another broken tackle, and he gets in with 3 broken tackles. Shamari Brooks looking like he's mid-season ready as he gets his 2nd touchdown of the game to tie the score. Pure determination. Nothing was going to keep him out of that end zone. 4th quarter, tie game, getting late in the clock. I don't know if Colorado's going to be its 3rd down, and they get stopped. Now it's a 4th and 7. They got a man in motion. David Bailey stops. He sets up for the screen. He looks him off. He goes down the middle. Trey McBride with the one-handed catch at the 7. Gives them the 1st down and a chance to eat some clock. Tosa uses their 1st timeout, of course. What a throw, what a catch to the open space. 2nd and goal, clock still running. Gives it to Vivens. Vivens breaks the tackle and muscles his way in the end zone. Ajan Vivens, his 2nd touchdown of the season, gives Colorado State the 7-point lead. Late in the 4th quarter, 1 minute, 10 seconds left. Tosa has a chance.
They've not played up to their expectations at all, but they have the football here late in the game. They're very fortunate to still have a chance to maybe win it.
Teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're 1 play away from a very different ball game.
Well, this late in the game, you're always 1 play away from a very different ball game. He scrambles, he's hit, he fumbles, and Patchen grabs it while he's on the ground. He makes the sack and the fumble recover. That will end the game. A minute left. Tosa has 2 timeouts. Colorado State is in field goal range. I don't think they have what it takes to get the ball back and be able to tie this one up. Colorado State walks away with their 1st victory of the season after a Patchman sack and fumble recovery. What a way to get their 1st win of the season. And Scott Patchman with the player of the game after ending it in such dramatic fashion. Thanks for tuning in. It was a great game. Shamari Brooks, a lot of touchdowns on the ground. Ajan Vivens with the capper. And that will do it here from Tosa. Thanks for joining in. Colorado State with their 1st victory of the season. Coach Anderson ready to go celebrate with the young men. I don't know how that sounded. That inside, celebrate, be happy, joyful, nothing weird. All right, and let's take a look at some scores from around the league. Baylor with the blowout over Buffalo. Only 1 turnover in this whole game. Colorado State held on to the ball, held on to the victory. Let's take a look at the players of the game. All right, now let's get you out to Michigan with Trey Reese Davis for the 2nd game of the day. Trey Reese.
Great tradition. They live up to the billing today. Now we're starting to see whether or not this team can get it done. And if they are, then I think the defense should go down to the offensive side of the field. Talk to them on the offense, trying to get them fired up to go out there and get some points tonight.
Word just in from upstairs. We're joining the Michigan game live and in progress. Already in the 2nd quarter, Michigan up 7. They drove on their 1st drive and got the touchdown. And now midway in the 2nd quarter, Notre Dame punts it. And they're having trouble moving the ball again in week 2. He fakes the quarterback draw. He stands in the pocket. Looks down the left side, got a man wide open, and touchdown. A.J. Henning with the 44-yard catch. K. McNamara starting the game off on fire. 10 for 10 with another touchdown throw. Let's take a look at other game scores from around the day.
And for Utah State, they delivered the perfect connection. Absolutely on the same page for the touchdown. The Aggies have the lead, 10-3.
Williamson's performance here in the first half is just not what we're used to seeing. I think right now everybody's kind of looking around in that huddle saying, who's going to help the cause? But he's not getting it done.
Notre Dame, I don't know if it's the offensive line, if it's the scheming, but they are not looking like the Notre Dame that they were predicted to look like starting this season off. Already down 14 late in the first half, looking to get in scoring range to try and get themselves back in the game, and they have to punt. And now Michigan looking to go up with another score late in the half, down in scoring range, 12 seconds on the clock. He's making an audible. He looks left, he looks right. He's got a man wide open, and touchdown! 21-0 Michigan. They're going to end the half in that fashion as we take a look.
The type of chemistry that these two players enjoy. When a quarterback and a receiver are on the same page, good things tend to happen.
I definitely agree with that
Lead,
as we go to halftime.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA.
Yep, not much to see here. 21-0, third quarter. Michigan driving, looking to get on the board again. And McNamara keeps it, and he runs for a touchdown. That puts the lead to 28-0.
Studio for this Reese Davis update.
Time for an update from the Mountain West Conference. And for Utah State, they've lost 2 in a row. The Falcons grabbed the 2-touchdown win.
And late in the fourth quarter, Michigan adding a couple of more field goals. The question is, can Notre Dame get on the board? Late in the fourth, and they have to punt it, and no, they do not.
That's going to do it. Our final score is 34-0 Wolverine. And we take a look at the highlights. Kurt, how would you summarize the action of this one?
This is not an offensive performance to be proud of. Notre Dame really expected to win this football game, but where was the offense today? It seemed like they just kept waiting and waiting for someone to step up and make a big play on offense, but it never happened.
That's going to do it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Street, this is Brad Nessler saying goodbye.
All right, week 2 in the books. We got a lot to look forward to at the end of this week. Tune in next week for week 3. And let's see who the game of the week will be, who will take over. But first, let's take a look at a few other scores from around the country before we look at the final statistics of this game. Couple of flashbacks at a few key looks. And Notre Dame goes down in flames. What a game by Michigan. That'll put them up. There were no new injuries, and we will see you next week. Let's go.
Been ripping stages.